James Patterson. The name alone conjures images of pulsating thrillers, cliffhangers, and, well, a lot of books. With over 375 million copies sold and a Guinness World Record for #1 New York Times bestsellers, his name is synonymous with intriguing fiction. But how did an advertising executive become the king of thrillers? That's what we're about to find out. So sit back as well, explore the impressive rise of the world's #1 bestseller. Early life and influences. James Patterson, the undisputed king of bestsellers, wasn't always destined for literary superstardom. His journey began far from the red carpets and blockbuster deals, in the humble working-class town of Newburgh, New York. Born in 1947, Patterson was a self-proclaimed reluctant reader in his youth. Despite graduating summa cum laude with an English degree, his initial foray into literature wasn't through books, but through advertising. So what factors shaped this unlikely bookworm and fueled his rise to become the world's #1 best-selling author? Well, to begin, Patterson's childhood was grounded in the realities of working-class America. His childhood lacked the traditional markers of a future wordsmith. Though a good student, young James never particularly enjoyed reading. His father, a gruff insurance broker, instilled a strong work ethic, while his mother, a homemaker and occasional teacher, nurtured a love for learning. Yet books remained largely unexplored territory. Surprisingly, Patterson didn't find himself drawn to books until after high school. It was during a part-time job at a mental hospital that he discovered the transformative power of literature. The solitude of the night shifts allowed him to devour books, with Gabriel Garcia Marquez's 100 Years of Solitude becoming a personal favorite. This newfound passion fueled his academic pursuits, leading him to graduate degrees in English literature. Patterson's educational background might seem a far cry from the fast-paced world of advertising, but it was during his PhD studies that the seeds of his writing career were sown. While never completing his doctorate, he took a job as a copywriter at J. Walter Thompson, one of the leading advertising agencies of the time. This experience honed his ability to craft compelling narratives, albeit ones condensed into slogans and jingles. But academia held him captive only for so long. The corporate world beckoned, and in 1971, Patterson made the bold decision to leave his PhD unfinished and plunge into the vibrant world of advertising. He landed a job at J. Walter Thompson, the renowned advertising agency, starting as a junior copywriter. The advertising world also brought financial stability, allowing him to chase his literary dreams. After work hours, he poured his energy into writing. While working full-time in advertising, Patterson's passion for writing didn't die. He started writing short stories in his spare time. He spent nights and weekends poring over manuscripts, facing numerous rejections. However, in 1976, he penned his first novel, The Thomas Berryman Number, a political thriller that took 5 years to complete. Though initially rejected by 31 publishers and commercially unsuccessful, the book eventually won the prestigious Edgar Award in 1977, solidifying his potential as a novelist. It showcased his early talent and laid the groundwork for his future success. The game changer. Patterson's early writing career didn't quite start out successful and was littered with rejections. His debut, The Thomas Berryman Number, sank without a trace, but he refused to give up. Then came the pivotal moment, a realization that would change everything, the need for a fresh approach. In 1979, Patterson partnered with a former CIA agent to write The President's Killing, a fictional thriller told from the perspectives of various individuals involved in an assassination attempt. This wasn't just another novel. No, it turned out to be a marketing phenomenon. They sent advance copies to everyone involved in the real-life assassination attempt, generating buzz and intrigue. The gamble paid off, propelling the book to the top of the bestseller list. Patterson recognized what clicked. He mastered the art of the fast-paced thriller, with short chapters, cliffhangers, and relatable characters thrust into high-stakes situations. This formula wasn't about churning out mindless fluff. It was about delivering gripping stories that resonated with a broad audience. And that was it. Patterson seemed to have discovered the secret formula that would change his life. The Alex Cross breakthrough. Patterson's ascent began in 1993 with the release of Along Came a Spider, the first novel featuring the iconic forensic psychologist Alex Cross. This dark, suspenseful thriller introduced readers to Patterson's signature style, fast-paced narratives, cliffhangers, and relatable characters thrust into dangerous situations. Along Came a Spider captivated readers with its unique protagonist, its relentless pacing, and its shocking twists. It became an instant bestseller, landing Patterson on the New York Times list for the first time and igniting a career that would redefine the thriller genre. While Alex Cross remained a mainstay, Patterson's genius lay in his ability to branch out. He wasn't a one-hit wonder. He launched the Women's Murder Club series, featuring a group of strong female protagonists tackling crimes. The Michael Bennett series delved into the gritty world of a homicide detective. He even ventured into young adult fiction with his Maximum Ride series, captivating a new generation of readers. This diversification ensured his appeal transcended demographics and genres, further expanding his readership. The Patterson formula. James Patterson has churned out over 150 novels, many landing on bestseller lists for weeks. But what makes his thrillers tick? Many believe there's surely a secret to these constantly sold-out masterpieces. The Patterson formula is essentially a blueprint for gripping narratives that enthrall millions. Patterson's success wasn't overnight. Before becoming a literary legend, he was an advertising executive. So how did he make the leap? One key factor was his innovative approach. He saw the potential for fast-paced commercial fiction and targeted his writing to a wider audience, not just literary circles. Imagine watching a thriller where the action never stops. That's the Patterson experience. His chapters are notoriously short, often ending on cliffhangers, propelling you deeper into the story with every turn of the page. This rapid-fire approach keeps readers engaged, desperate to know what happens next. But it's not just about speed. Patterson's characters, while not always literary heavyweights, resonate. They're thrust into extraordinary situations, facing relatable anxieties and fears. From the iconic detective Alex Cross to the tenacious Women's Murder Club, Patterson creates relatable heroes facing complex and chilling situations. We root for the good guys, fear for their safety, and are drawn to their flaws, making them feel like real people caught in extraordinary circumstances. This relatability blends seamlessly with familiar territory. Patterson often blends genres, incorporating elements of crime, suspense, and mystery. It provides a comfortable foundation, allowing readers to settle in and enjoy the ride without being overwhelmed by unfamiliar territory. He throws in unexpected twists and turns, keeping you guessing while staying within the bounds of the genre's expectations. Beyond series, Patterson shines in standalones too. The Postcard Killers takes us on a chilling international chase, while The President is Missing throws us into a political firestorm. He tackles complex themes and social issues, keeping his finger on the pulse of what readers crave, the co-authoring model and genre expansion. Now, James Patterson is known for his prolific output. With over 150 novels under his belt, he's the undisputed king of bestsellers. But there's a secret weapon. He co-authors many of his books. Let's not forget that before the thrillers, James Patterson wasn't just a writer, he was an ad man. He understood the power of branding and storytelling, and he knew he needed to be prolific. But even with his undeniable talent, churning out dozens of novels a year seemed impossible. That's where the idea of collaboration comes in. After Patterson released his bestseller, Along Came a Spider, he began to embrace the idea of collaborating with other authors. This collaboration brought fresh perspectives and a faster pace to Patterson's writing. He partnered with Andrew Gross for suburban thrillers, Maxine Petro for psychological suspense, and even Bill Clinton for a political thriller. With this, he was able to explore different genres and reach new audiences, further solidifying his bestseller status. Over the years now, Patterson has worked with a variety of co-authors, which includes the likes of J.D. Barker, Candace Fox, Mark Sullivan, Ashwin Sanghai, Michael Ledwidge, and Peter DeJonge. It's important to understand that Patterson's collaborations aren't just ghostwriting. He actively participates in the brainstorming, outlining, and editing process. He creates detailed story bibles, ensuring a consistent voice and vision across his works. This collaborative approach allows him to explore diverse genres and maintain a rapid release schedule. From the Women's Murder Club to young adult fantasies like Maximum Ride,